Right, that was. That's my favourite.
Yeah.
Cool, that is.
Yeah,
I meant that. I meant every fucking word. But if I murdered him, it would be suicide. Well, I've got terrible eyesight. Somewhere between Mr. Magoo and Ray Charles.
Yeah, you me both.
I'm always misreading things in the paper. And today's typefaces, or today's predominant typeface, doesn't help. Helvetica.
Yeah.
It is the most logical and rational font yet devised by human hands, but it does have its, no accident that motorway signage the world over is rendered in this beautiful face. But it does have its problems, and I found out what that problem is. It's got an inbuilt problem in its design, a basic design flaw. That I found out in the late 70s, watching the back credits to Top of the Pops, in the days when Pan's People, the resident dance troupe, had a choreographer by the name of, I must point out the glitch is, when you get a capital L preceding a capital I, it invariably looks like a capital U, so that the word slimmer becomes summer to the optically challenged. So I noticed on the back credits at Top of the Pops, this choreographer whose name was Flick Colby. That's when I first noticed that she's for. It's Clint Eastwood, I felt sorry for. But because of this, I'm always misreading things that are on the TV that night. Like last year, there was a series called The Coroner, about a morgue, documentary about a morgue, The Coroner. Went on for a few weeks. But I'd always read it as The Crooner. So I'd get it on there and I'd be thinking, when's he going to stop cutting up that cadaver and give us a song? But it was Ainsley's big cookout. That's when I got on the phone to the MP. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm broke, man. Why, it will, yeah. All I'm saying is tone it down. I'll let post-water shit, sure. But I noticed this every year on that coveted 1:30 slot on Channel 4, you get Attack of a 50-Foot Woman. The star of this film recently died, and tragically died. Yvette, what was her surname? Yvette. Lovely girl. But Attack of a 50-Foot Woman, everybody knows this film, if only from the posters done by the late great Mr. Reynold Brown, who also did the posters for such great Schlocko drive-in classics, mid-50s style, as Creature from the Black Lagoon, I Mind the Monster from Outer Space, Revenge of the She-Creature, Forbidden Planet, all those great movies, he did the posters. But he'd always take liberties with the scale. Like in Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, she's about the size of the Empire State Building. She's standing astride a busy highway intersection just outside Las Vegas. There's multiple pilots going on between her ankles where guys haven't been looking where they're driving. You can see how it might be a problem. But I always read this in the paper, I always read it as Attack of the Soft Woman. And then in brackets, horror. And then you think, well, where's the horror bit? Sounds vaguely desirable. I say it's a soft woman and it looks like she's about to attack. It's my lucky day. You know what I'm thinking of? When I think it's a soft woman, I'm thinking of, you know Ghostbusters? Well, you know, like, you know the one with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. With my But But the real hero of that film is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But when I think of a soft woman, I think of the female equivalent of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, who's like the Michelin Man but made out of marshmallow. So the soft woman is like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with the added bonus of two dirty great marshmallow gazongas out. And then after the attack, you can eat them. Horror? I don't think so. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. I wrote a poem about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Well, the synopsis goes like this. If you read it in Halliwell's, the synopsis goes like this. A neurotic woman enters a disused spacecraft where she is affected by radioactivity, which, as any scientist will tell you, in a woman results in a 50-fold increase in total body mass. If it had been a guy, he would have been conferred with superpowers. There is no justice in this life, believe me. I know it's bad, but you can't fight the laws of physics. Attack! The 50-foot woman. I'm going to get Richard Burton to do this one. If I can possibly bring him back from the grave. Attack! The 50-foot woman. There's a friend of mine doing an album of rock classics, but done by Rich in the style of Winston Churchill. Fucking terrific. He's so bad, he's got, who did that one? I'll be a fool for your loving. No more. Who was that? Richie Blackmore or something? Here I am again, on my own. Walking down the only road I ever know. Okay, well that's the best one, isn't it? Are you a fool? Or you're laughing? Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, sorry about this. Her molecules got magnified, her faintest whisper amplified, takes the highway in her stride, she's a little on the large side. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Feeling vaguely discontent with all the spring that spits a vent, dressed in a circus tent, her irritation overspent to an almost biblical extent. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. She's a radioactive predatory flirt with a figure made to disconcert. Mess with her, you're gonna get hurt. Let's Catholics reconvert. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Who needs some overgrown chick stomping on their block? Mad, bad, sad, sick. How's the antidote coming on, Doc? Sports cars for roller skates, she straps them on whenever she's late. She's too big to appreciate, she'd be better off back in the States. She needs her own space, let's face it. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Blacking out the afternoon, she lends an air of ominous gloom. Was it something we said or a phase of the moon? Anyway, we ain't got the room. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Please remain alert. Don't be driving down the outside lane, peeking up her tent oblique skirt. Attempts to reach her only stiff. Tried gold flattery, top dollar gifts in a vain attempt to heal this rift. Still she seems a little bit miffed. 50 feet had never been kissed, she only wants a lift. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. What's the army doing now? They totally trashed the state of Nevada, they pissed all over the National Guard. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. How come nobody's seen her coming? Cheers. Yeah, this one's called I Want to Be in Your Band. I had a band, but we all broke up after harmoniously. And now I'm too old to rehearse a new band. Fuck all that advertising in the back of the NME, you know, bass player wanted. I've got a fucking family. I'm not having fucking meatheads from fucking Camden showing up at tea time. No, it's not easy. So now what I do is I go around existing bands and try to mither me way in. I got the edge to one side about a month ago, and I was with some dude, you know, I saw the woolly hat, I thought, aye. And edge it. He's piling on the pounds now, innit? Bongo. Not being funny, you know, fine voice on him and all the rest of it, but he's not pulling in the, he's not getting the chick vote he used to get. Not being funny, I would step in here. I will let you know, John. I'll be mithering the best of them. And so I wrote this number about it's called, I want to, Let Me Be in Your Band, it's called. And this one, I was reminded, I was going to ask somebody last week, but he turned up with a gong. So the drummer had a fucking gong, I thought, forget it. Forget it's out of my fucking league. I fucking hate that. It was always in my experience, that was always a really bad sign. You know, if the drummer had a gun. You know, they've got some poor cunt struggling to get it in the fucking door. And then they don't fucking use it. And worse, it's worse if they do. All the way through, you're like, I hope he isn't going to fucking hit that. Stay near the back. Not fucking getting involved. It could happen. They don't usually, but there's always a first fucking sign. Anyway, I referenced it. And I hate, tell what else I hate about what I wouldn't do. If I got a job as a frontman for any of these outfits that I'm mithering, I wouldn't do any of that, you know. Is everybody alright? All that shit. There's only been a Mick Jagger's the only guy that can do that. Anybody else comes across like a right cunt.
Yeah, you're right.
And that one, we're gonna rock and roll. Well, you've got the amplifiers and the equipment. Who's better than you? In a sense, that's why we're all here. I wouldn't do any of that shit. Let me be in your band. Let me be in your band. I know a real good way to stand. We'll never get canned off. We'd be victorious in every standoff. We'll be victorious and you'll never get panned. Let me be in your band, man. Let me be in your band. I know a drummer with 2 gongs. We could all have our own bongs. It will help us write some fabulous songs. You'd think 2 minutes would be too long, but you'd be wrong. Let me be in your band, Mong. Let me be in your band. We could hang with our own crew. There will be women and parties too. I could generally do the do. Rather me than you. Let me be in your band, Lou. Let me be in your band. We'd be like the Stones, but worse. We'd have to have a resident nurse. Out of principle, we never rehearse. We'd look at the purse first. Let me be in your band, purse. Let me be in your band.